Vision is on his knees. Wanda's hands are trembling on his face. Red energy cracks. The Mind Stone starts to shatter. And then, before it finishes, time rewinds. Thanos steps forward, reaches down, and rips the stone out of Vision's forehead like he's picking fruit. You've seen it. You've probably rewatched it. But here's what most people miss. Tonight, you're going to meet 6 thieves. One of them killed her own mother. One of them burned his home to stop his sister. And one of them has been flying for 40 years with a dead woman's memories inside her skull. The question isn't who stole power, it's who survived it. Rogue and the Girl She Became. Avengers, Annual 10. August 1981. A young woman from Mississippi named Anna Marie grabs Carol Danvers, the original Ms. Marvel, and doesn't let go. Most mutants touch someone and absorb a flash. Rogue held on too long. When Professor X examined Carol, her memories were gone. Her emotions were hollowed out. Her powers, the flight, the super strength, the invulnerability, all of it now lived inside Rogue, permanently. Xavier could restore the facts of Carol's life. He could not restore how any of it felt. Wait, here's a detail most fans miss. Rogue didn't join the X-Men because she wanted to be a hero. In Uncanny X-Men W171, she showed up at Charles Xavier's mansion because Carol Danvers' psyche was screaming inside her head. She wasn't seeking redemption, she was seeking silence. The comics never say this directly, but think about what that means. Every time Rogue flies, she's wearing a dead woman's wings. Every time she lifts a car, those hands used to belong to someone else. She hides the full truth because she believes she doesn't deserve love. The only time she got close to anyone, she erased them. She's the ultimate Marvel tragedy. The thief who can never give it back. Carol Danvers never got her wings back. She learned to fly without them, but she still dreams of falling. If Rogue stole from one woman, the next thief on this list stole from an entire kingdom. Hela walks onto a cliff in Norway. Thor throws Mjolnir at her, and she catches it. Not blocks it, catches it, then crushes it into dust like chalk. Here's what the movie doesn't explain. Hela wasn't born that powerful. Her strength came from Asgard. Marvel.com confirms Asgard was Hela's power source. The second she set foot on Asgardian soil, she grew stronger by the minute. She wasn't invading the kingdom. She was plugging in. Wait, here's a comic twist. In Marvel's comics, Hela isn't Thor's sister at all. She's Loki's daughter. First appearance journey into mystery, W102, in 1964. The MCU rewrote her as Odin's firstborn, which means in the films, Loki's mischief is now inherited from both sides of the family tree. Thor's final move in Ragnarok is devastating. He can't kill Hela, so he orders Loki to trigger Ragnarok and burn Asgard to the ground. Her power source. Their home. Thor destroys the one thing his father asked him to protect, because the alternative is letting his sister feed on it forever. He becomes the destroyer Odin feared Hela would be. Every lightning bolt after that carries the weight of a kingdom he set on fire. Hela didn't just steal power. She turned a god into an arsonist. But not every thief needs a kingdom. Some only need a suburban sitcom. Agatha Harkness and Chaos Magic. You know her from Westview, the nosy neighbor with the knowing smirk. But Agatha Harkness has been doing this for over 300 years. Here's what WandaVision showed you in that Salem flashback. Agatha's own coven, including her mother Evanora, tried to burn her at the stake. Agatha reversed their execution spell and drained every last witch in that circle. Her mother included. That's her power. Agatha doesn't create magic. She takes it from witches who can't fight back. When she sensed Wanda's chaos magic radiating out of Westview, she did what she's always done. Moved in next door, put on a smile, started draining. Every time Wanda threw red energy in the final fight, Agatha absorbed it. Wait, here's a comic fact that flips the MCU version on its head. In the comics, Agatha is a nanny. She was governess to Franklin Richards, Reed and Sue's son, starting in Fantastic Four #94 in 1969. She taught Wanda magic willingly. The MCU turned a babysitter into a serial killer of witches. The comics never say this directly, but watch Catherine Hahn's performance. She isn't evil because she wants to be. She's scared. Her own magic has always been something she couldn't fully control, and stealing is the only way she's ever felt powerful without feeling haunted. Every witch she's silenced is one less voice judging her. She doesn't take power because she's strong. She takes it because she's afraid. Which brings us back to where we started. A purple titan, a golden forehead, and a theft so efficient it happened twice. Thanos and the Mind Stone. Now look closely at Vision. His body was Ultron's failure. His birth was sparked by Thor's lightning. His voice was Tony's old butler. Vision was stolen parts stitched into something gentle before Thanos ever arrived. Wait, here's something most viewers never register. In Infinity War, Thanos doesn't kill Vision once. He kills him twice. Wanda destroys Vision and the Mind Stone in one red energy blast. Then Thanos uses the Time Stone to reverse it, brings Vision back to life, and rips the stone out of his forehead. The Mad Titan didn't just defeat Vision. He forced Wanda to watch her husband die 2 times in 90 seconds, just to prove he could. The script never says this, but watch Thanos' face on Vormir. He's not mourning Gamora. He's justifying. Deep down, Thanos believes he's earning these stones through sacrifice. His daughter, his army, his face. He's convinced himself stealing is the same as deserving. That's the horror of Thanos. He's the only villain on this list who genuinely believes the universe owes him every power he took. The gauntlet on his hand wasn't victory. It was a receipt. Thanos paid in daughters. The next thief paid in souls. Kaecilius and the Dark Dimension. Kaecilius lost his family. That's the part people forget. Before the black eye cracks, he was a man who walked into Camartage looking for a way to make death stop hurting. The Ancient One taught him almost everything, except the secret she was hiding. She was drawing power from the Dark Dimension herself, ruled by Dormammu. Time doesn't exist there, neither does mercy. When Kaecilius found out, he didn't see a villain. He saw a hypocrite. So he stole the missing pages from the Book of Cagliostro and drank from the same forbidden well she did. Wait, here's a detail you might have missed. The reason Kaecilius and his zealots can fold buildings in the real world, not just the mirror dimension, is because they're not using their own magic anymore. They're wired directly into Dormammu's power grid. Every reality-bending move is a withdrawal from an account that belongs to someone else. Kaecilius knows. Deep down, he has to know Dormammu isn't a savior. He's a landlord. And when the rent comes due, he won't take money. He'll take souls. That's why Kaecilius keeps recruiting. He's not spreading a gospel. He's buying time before the collector arrives. He wanted to outrun death. He ended up delivering his followers to something worse. But none of these thieves are as terrifying as the last one, because this one doesn't want your power. It wants your place in the universe. The Super-Adaptoid, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby introduced him in Tales of Suspense. Nugger 82, October 1966. An AIM android built for one purpose: infiltrate the Avengers and copy them. Here's what makes the Super-Adaptoid different. It doesn't just scan a power, it mirrors the fighting style, the reflexes, the mannerisms. In its first real attack, it replicated Captain America, Hawkeye, Goliath, and the Wasp at once. One machine, 4 Avengers, running on stolen instincts. It later added Thor's hammer, Iron Man's repulsors, Hercules' strength. An Adaptoid doesn't fight you. It becomes you, then fights you. Wait, here's the detail that makes it tragic. In the comics, the Super-Adaptoid once tried to run every Avenger's power at the same time, and overloaded. Its own body couldn't hold that many stolen souls at once. Captain America tricked it into copying everyone simultaneously. The machine burned itself out trying. The comics never say this directly, but what else is an android with no face? The Super-Adaptoid has no original self. Every identity it wears is borrowed. Every personality it holds is a graveyard of the heroes it scanned. It can never stop copying. Because the moment it stops, there's nothing underneath. And remember Vision, stolen parts stitched into something gentle? The Super-Adaptoid is what Vision could have become if nobody had loved him. Here's the thread. In Marvel, stolen power is never free. Rogue lost herself the first time she touched someone. Hela lost her kingdom to a fire her brother lit. Agatha became a parasite who could never be loved. Thanos paid for the stones in daughters. Kaecilius signed his soul over to a landlord in another dimension. And the Super-Adaptoid erased itself every time it copied someone. The lesson isn't that power corrupts. It's that power taken without permission becomes a debt, and the universe always collects. Here's the question I can't stop thinking about. Rogue never asked for Carol's powers. Thanos chose every stone he took. So who's worse? The thief who chose to steal, or the thief who was born with hands that can't let go? That's not a rhetorical question. I actually don't know the answer. Tell me in the comments, because the more I research this universe, the less I understand where villainy ends and tragedy begins.